Hello and welcome to another video where I tell you about the books that I will certainly read this quarter. I've been trying to make one of these videos once a quarter to catch folks up who may be following this channel on all the various reading groups that we've got going on here and on the page showing forum. Talk about what books are planned for the upcoming months and invite everyone who is interested to join us for the discussions of any of these books that may appeal to you. So the planning and scheduling for most of these reading groups, I think all of them in today's video, happens over on the page showing forum. So if you'd like to participate, please consider checking out the page showing forum, or if you'd like to suggest books that you would like to discuss or start discussion groups for, that's a great place to go as well. I will post the link to the forum in the description of this video. And many of these are also recorded in audio format, not only a couple of them go up as videos. So if you're camera shy, do consider checking out the forum anyway if you'd like to participate in any of these discussions. So for the first series that we'll talk about is the SF Masterworks reading group. So this is a group that we started sometime last year to work our way through the SF Masterworks in the order they were published as Masterworks by Gollancz. So we started, the first book we read was The Forever War, and we've read, I think, 9 books since then. Gateway was the book for April. We read one every month. And yes, this is going to take us a phenomenally long time to complete, but we're having fun, and for the time being, we've been keeping it going. So Gateway was our book for April by Frederik, Pohl. The discussion for that is already posted on the channel and also on the channel of a couple of other participants of the discussion as well. The fantasy thinker Jared and Chris Mohan from the Chronicle of Chris. The videos are up on their channels as well, the discussion, so check them out wherever is most convenient to you if you're interested. So, and this was a fun book. I think the third book in the series was a bit of a dud in that nobody liked it. We have mixed opinions for most of these books, but sometimes we all agree that about how much or how we like or dislike a book. Cities in Flight was a book that we unanimously disliked. Gateway was a book that we did unanimously like. So that was an interesting discussion for April. The book coming up for May, which we will have the discussion for towards the end of May, is The Rediscovery of Man by Cordwainer Smith. It's a collection of short stories, and it's the first one of these that has come up in the Masterworks series, so it's going to be interesting to talk about that, I think, and also just figuring out the format of the discussion, how we'll structure it around approximately 20 short stories, I think. And the final one for this quarter is going to be Last Enforcement by Olaf Stapledon. That one is the book for June, and that is also scheduled for discussion sometime towards the end of June, I believe. The other ongoing discussion series that we have is the Wars of Light and Shadow series by Janny Wurts. We have been working our way through this series pretty slowly, and it's been really brilliant. I've been enjoying the discussions. That's my favorite part of reading this series. So we are currently working our way through Peril's Gate. We just finished Grand Conspiracy. I believe it was mid-March that we finished Grand Conspiracy, and that was the 5th book. So we're starting the 6th book this week, actually. We just finished recording the first discussion for Peril's Gate, and that discussion will go up sometime this week. I haven't decided yet when this video will go up and the ordering of all of it, but you'll see it about the same week as this video goes up. So Peril's Gate, we'll probably have 5 or 6 discussions for it, and the gap between each discussion is 2 weeks. And at the end of each book, we also have the incredible honor to talk with the author herself and ask all of our questions. Typically, we schedule those as live streams. So yeah, if you're interested, this series is brilliant, and I'd highly recommend that you consider checking it out. The final book is coming out in May, so it's a completed series, or it will be as of the end of May. So it's an exciting time to pick up the series, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes. I have a lot of favorite characters from this, and a lot of fun moments, and some very intriguing world building as well that I love about this series. The next set of books that I'm going to mention are for the podcast that has been up on this channel and on Spotify it's the podcast is available on several platforms, but I host it on Spotify. So this is a series called Speculative Speculations, where we mostly focus on science fiction stories, but we might pick up the occasional fantasy book as well if it fits the bill. So we worked our way through the Southern Reach trilogy by Jeff Vandermeer. It was absolutely brilliant. It was a fantastic reading experience, and we had a lot of fun speculating each week about what was going to happen next, or what the heck is going on even now as we are reading. So we have the perfect book for that going on right now. We finished the Southern Reach trilogy early April, and we have picked up Embassy Town. We have recorded 2 discussions for it already, and we are going to do 2 more, and then we'll move on to other books. So the 2 that we have in mind right now, it's not fully fleshed out the schedule for this, but what we have in mind at the moment is, after Embassy Town, we might do Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This is unclear whether we'll do 100 pages each week or just do the whole book in one shot. And then we'll start Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. That's a book that I've been wanting to read for a long time, so I'm excited to be able to discuss it with my friends as I make my way through it. And then the other discussion group we have, of course, is the Second Apocalypse series by R. Scott Bakker. We finished the Prince of Nothing trilogy sometime last quarter. I think it was around mid-March that we finished it. And then we read The Judging Eye. We are currently working our way through The White Luck Warrior. This series has been, again, immensely fun. The reading experience has been great, but discussing it with my friends has been adding deeply to the overall reading experience. And so The White Luck Warrior is ongoing at the moment. We're doing, I don't know how to do the page count for this because we're all reading different editions for this book, but I think we will do 6 discussions for it. It's long enough that it requires that much. We have recorded 2 discussions already, and we will do 4 more. And so 6 weeks for this, and then I think we will be able to pick up the next book this quarter as well. The Great Ordeal is the 3rd book, and I think we're scheduled to finish this series approximately mid-August. And the plan after that is just putting that out there for anyone who's interested, because both series have sufficient overlap in readership. We will be starting a read-through of the Malazan books, not just the Book of the Fallen, but also all the works by Ian Esselmont. The order, the reading order, etc. are TBD, but we will do the discussions in a format similar to what we've been doing for the Second Apocalypse. It's been a great deal of fun. So that's the plan for that. There is also talk of discussing The Traitor Baru Cormorant before we, as a break book between the Second Apocalypse and the Malazan Book of the Fallen. But none of that has been finalized yet. And if you'd like to participate in any of these discussions or bring up books that you would like for discussion as well, please, once again, consider checking out the Page Chewing Forum. So those are all the ongoing discussion groups. Over the last couple of months, we've started a bit of a literary fiction side hustle on the Page Chewing Forum. We read The Road. I think it was a couple of months ago, by Cormac McCarthy. We had an excellent discussion for it, and then started reading. And then we did Blood Meridian. We recorded the discussion for that just yesterday. I believe I will post the video on my channel, just the audio spectrum video. We only recorded audio for it. Will go up on my channel later this week. The reason we picked up these books was because McCarthy in general and Blood Meridian in particular is an influence for the Second Apocalypse series, and we wanted to read some of the source material. And so we read that book and talked about it yesterday, and the discussion again was a very informative and excellent. I really enjoyed it. And so we did that for the sake of the Second Apocalypse series, but now we're just trying to read more literary fiction. I guess we're picking books to read each month. It'll go on as long as it goes on. We don't have any long-term plans for it at the moment. So the next book that we will be reading for that group is Child of God, again by Cormac McCarthy. Some other books that came up that we might read in future are American Psycho, I forget the name of the author, and Midnight's Children by Salman Rushdie, and also The Passenger by Cormac McCarthy. Those are what we have currently in the bag of books that we might read together over on the Patreon forum. So that's everything for what's coming up in terms of reading plans. I have a couple of quick channel updates as well. So way back in December, I did a video on the Bright Threads podcast. That I'm still there. I do plan to make more Bright Threads episodes. I haven't had time to film any since, but I do have plans, and I think this time what I'll do is make sure I record a sufficient number of episodes before I start posting them, so that the schedule isn't as erratic as it was last year. So it'll be a few more months before I put out any episodes, but when I start, it will be hopefully at a regular cadence, because I would have recorded a backlog, and I'll make sure to plan for like breaks and stuff so that it's all orderly. And I have been reading quite a few audiobooks that I did not list off in the Will Certainly Read video that I made last quarter, and I have found a few favorites that I want to talk about and that I haven't had any like discussion groups or anything else for. So I'll probably make some videos specifically about those books. But once again, and maybe about some books that I have also had discussion groups for, just because I want to talk about them at a higher level maybe than we got to dig into at the discussion. So those again will be videos that I will film in bulk and then post on a regular schedule. So among the ones I finished have been the third and fourth books of the Memoirs of Lady Trent, and I'm reading The Darkest Road by Guy Gavrilke, the third book of the Funevar Tapestry. These are all books that I would very much love to talk about, and some of them I have been talking about as a Bright Threads episodes, but I also will make some higher level just thoughts and impressions videos about them as well. So that's everything we have to look forward to this quarter. I hope I'll see some of you over on the Patreon forum to participate in the discussions, either just on the forum or in the actual discussion group if you are interested. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you soon in about a quarter with another list. Bye.